Okay. Hi. I thank you for taking out your information so that way I can kind of make this video for you and make it public so it can help others. Um, you sent me your information by via Reddit, and we're gonna see if I can't help you figure out why you're applying to hundreds of jobs and not getting anything. Usually, in this case, there's something wrong with the resume. I'm going to tear your resume apart, and I'm going to apologize now because I will tear it apart, and I don't mean it to tear apart, a piece of you, because I recognize how important resumes are to us, and it's like the best of us that we're trying to show off. And for somebody to just tear that up, I recognize how damaging that can be if you're in a certain type of mental dark place, especially. So I'm helping you recognize that this is all just for me to help you see if I can add any value to you. And if there's anything that I can do to help you further, I'll let you know. All right, so thank you for taking out your information. You're in Canada, I'm in the USA. There is absolutely no differences between our hiring systems in general that would make me think, oh, okay, you would need to do things differently based off of being in a different country. With Canada, it is the same, pretty much the same system. For the most part, I'm pretty sure the only differences are in like the really higher attuned jobs of which you need specific specifications or licensing and all that. That would be like the only differences. All right, so I am an engineer with with blah 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 with 8 years of diversified experience, including 5 years in process safety, consulting, bid management, technical support, leadership, and completion / drilling technologies. Great. Seeking an opportunity to combine my solid relationship building and communication skills alongside my robust technical background. Oh, you're so close. This was a great setup that just fell flat right there with that sentence. I need to know a specific job name that you want, not that you're looking for an opportunity. I want to see seeking an opportunity within the X sector, within the engineering, process improvement sector or something. Whatever very specific job title, you can use that, or a specific job industry, not too specific, but process improvement or technical engineering sector. That can be an absolutely fine thing. I just need to see something a little bit more solid in terms of what kind of job you're looking for, because this rose up. I was like, oh, he's got a good looking for sentence on here, and then combine my solid relationship building and communication skills. That doesn't help me as a recruiter place you into a job I might have. Now I got to go deep dive and see if I can figure out exactly what your skills match, instead of you saying, all right, I want this type of industry. I'm like, oh, okay, so I need to bring up all of my engineering-based jobs that I have available right now that I'm trying to match. Okay, now I have a skill set to work off of and make this a lot easier and put you in 3 or 4 potential jobs to contact you about. Sorry. Also, if you hear little bits of like chirping or see flying going around, like little birds flying around, it's because I've got 2 right there. They're just happy to be out of the cage and preening at the moment, but that may change. All right, so you've got your education at the very top. I actually wish you had told me your age. This is not identifying info. I actually kind of need this to know if your education needs to be at the top here or at the bottom. If your education needs to be at the top, it's because you've just graduated within the last 2 years. If it is in any way more than that, it goes at the bottom. Put this at the very bottom. Now, I do recommend, engineering. Engineering tends to need more solid specifications. So there is definitely you having your education listed at the top is a good thing generally. But I already just took a peek ahead and saw that you have something similar. You have a job in the industry. Therefore, put it at the bottom. You no longer need it at the very top. You need to have it on your resume, but you no longer need it at the very top unless you have just graduated. Then it has to be at the very top. This is because you don't have a job in the industry yet. You're just saying, hey, here's the best that I have. You put the best at the top. Okay, work experience, April 18 to current, 2018 to current. Great. Okay, so I am going to assume that you graduated in June. I don't know. Sorry. That would just be my computer there. All right. I assume that you graduated in June, let's say 2015, because then, or not 15, 2017. So yeah, and then you have April 2018 to current. So yes, this needs to be down. That's more than enough time. This needs to be front and center. Okay, company name, sure. Risk management engineer, great. Title, yep, you took out the identifying info, great. Engineer, bid, and project manager for the yeah, great. I like the fact that you put the website there. That actually is very helpful for a recruiter. Not everybody needs to do it. For your level, yeah, you probably do. All right, risk management engineering. Perform risk assessments and safety studies as part of a team. Are you wanting to do risk management by any way? Because in that case, I would say seeking an opportunity seeking an opportunity in the risk management sector. Something like that would be more aligned. It's basically, I don't know where you want to go next, so I don't know where to put you in a recruiter mindset, because I'm trying to think of this as a recruiter mindset. What a recruiter would think looking at your resume. Perform risk assessments and safety studies as part of a team. Take out the as part of a team. Who the hell cares that you are as part of a team in this context? I don't care if you did it alone or part of a team. As part of a team weakens you just the teeniest bit. We're not talking much. We're not even talking like this is a major issue. But it's like a little bit like, oh, okay, so they can only work in a team. Along with junior and senior colleagues. So take that all out. That doesn't need to be there. I don't care if you worked with other people. That's assumed. That's innate. From regional and international DMV offices, sure, keep that. Ooh, I like the fact that you put the names there, and then you put has-ops, has-is, and vids. Good. Okay, so usually I recommend people spell that out. But you being an engineer, a recruiter will have these names and probably be a little more familiar with those names. So definitely spell them out if they're not common, but if they're very common, like I'm guessing has-op and has-it is similar to the USA's hazmat. If so, everybody knows hazmat. Everybody, including 18-year-olds just graduating. They know what hazmat is. They know of it. They don't know anything about it, but they know of it. So yeah, you don't need to really spell those out, but for me, I don't know what a LOPA is. So if I'm trying to put you in a job, especially in the USA, if you're looking for USA positions too, I don't know Canadian specifications on that. That might be a detriment to not list them. So I recommend spelling these out a little bit more. Spell out as many as you can. Maybe even list them as their own little bullet points, as like little secondary bullet points that you got like here. I would be fine with you doing that. Usually I don't like secondary bullet points like you have, but in your case it makes absolute sense. You've got a lot of terminology in engineering. You do need to do that. Scribe for safety studies workshops. Scribe. Okay, I'm going to scribe, like write down, but I might need a little more information there. Just scribe. Scribe technical documents for safety studies workshops. Maybe. Prepare and mark up PIDs into section notes for assessment in HAZIT, HAZOP, and SIL. So once you spell it out once, you can totally do this. You can totally do the SIL, HAZOP. You can definitely, once you spell it out the first time, and then after that, crunch it, and then you only need to really crunch it or say it once in your resume totally, or no more than twice in your resume. That just makes it a little easier to read. And no, it's just a general rule of thumb. If it makes sense for you to say it again a third time, makes sense. Just don't go overboard saying the same thing over and over and over. Otherwise, you're good so far. Prepare. Yeah, this sounds fine. Otherwise, prepare reports per client's reporting requirements while ensuring all information, including technical findings, recommendations, and concluded, are clearly captured and delivered. Great. Yep. Use safety study software with PHA Pro. Good. I love it when people put their program names in here to capture discussions, to provide a visual representation for attendees, to enable clear. Love it. Love it. Can't change a thing. Perform and deliver QRA projects by performing failure case setups, PIDs, part counts, and leak frequency definition calculations. All right, yes, these are very specific to the type of job that you're doing. This is absolutely fine as long as you're looking for a similar type job. If you are not, you may need to add a little more data, a little bit more info about what these all mean. But in general, you're probably fine. This is, pardon the coughing, time of the year, of course. Yeah, you're probably fine with this. I'm not as familiar with the engineering sector, but looking at you as a recruiter, I would be like, okay, this is engineering jobs. I need to get really familiar with the terminology and see if I can't understand that. I would spend more time as a recruiter trying to match you, even though I don't have as much background in, the terminology, but I would go and be like, okay, what does this mean? Oh, okay, it generally does that. Okay, that matches this job that I have over here. Check. All right. Audit chemical plants in production. Ooh, that's a really good, strong skill. Chemical plants in production facilities using the DNV ISRS system to enhance the PSM applications. I need you to spell that out. Spell out that. Basically, yeah, spell some of these out just a little more. A few, especially the ones that are really specific to the job, might be a better thing. And awareness of oil and gas organizations. Oh, okay. It's changing from British to American. You're fine. That does not need to change. Okay, there's a bird. It is going to go climb. Okay. All right. Review, assess, and evaluate all documented evidence provided against the various ISRS. See, now you can, if you've explained it up here somewhere, ISRS, right here, if this is all spelled out, then you can absolutely just keep this one the same. Ensuring an in-depth and conclusive audit. Yeah, good. Good, strong meat with a little bit of fat is what I call it. Meat is like the very core skills. And then fat. Edit, undo, bird. Fat is adding a little bit of extra information that isn't really core meat. It just adds a little more flavor to it. Ensuring an in-depth and conclusive audit. Okay, I get why you did it now. That gives me a little flavor. That gives me a little taste of what you did. And that's what we need. Right. Interview various team members in order to assess and understand company processes, essential for completing the ISRS audit. Fantastic. Can't change that at all. All right. Bid and project management. Manage risk advisory projects for Egypt and regional MEA. Spell that out, and then this is all fine. Under P1 and PM2, I might need that spelled out, but you can absolutely keep this the same. Manage the bid. Prepare projects, financial estimation, resource allocation, and schedule information for various risk management studies. Yeah. This is fun. It's perfect. Ensure polished DNV client experience is delivered all throughout project cycles. Throughout projects. That's fine. This is fine. Ensure an appropriate workflow is achieved with clear technical. It's great. Digitization, prototyped risk hub, a digitization of online filing systematizes. Okay, that might be a specific word. I would say systemizes, maybe. But yeah, up to you. The complete process of conducting various safety studies. Participated at the Next Generation Summit as an idea host. Okay, here is an example. If you go watch any of the other videos that are currently up, those that I've released to the public, you may see me saying participated at is very bad words to put, because it's basically just saying you showed up. However, you have the perfect way to say these two things. Participated at as an idea host and team leader. That's way stronger of a skill. It's perfect. Okay, marketing represented the we took out the information. Risk advisory Egypt and MEA department at the Egyptian represented. So this is into the marketing. Presented our service products and networked with industry professionals. And cross-reference for future business development opportunities seems just like it's making it extra wordy, and it's pretty clear why you've been doing that. Cross-reference professionals to other relevant departments as appropriate. Take this part out. Definitely take those. Those are what I call garnish words. They add absolutely no value. They just add wordiness. They don't add any flavor. They don't add any meat. They don't add any, like literally, they're just extra verbiage. Take out all of the extra verbiage as much as possible. That is extra verbiage. Cross-reference professionals to other relevant departments. That's I almost consider that garnish or sugar. Sugar is my other term. That means it's a skill trying to be a skill, but I have a feeling that most of this just seems to be garnish. And cross-reference professionals to others, it might be fine. All right, I'm going to assume, go ahead, this is all fine. And other esteemed industry members. Just take that out. I don't care what the other esteemed. You've got the Egyptian Minister of Petroleum listed here. All right, good enough. Yeah, it's obvious that you've worked with other people, that there were other people at events. You're fine as is. To take this part, that's garnish. All right, great. 2012 to 2014, evaluations engineer. So, yeah, there's no reason to have your education up here. None whatsoever. Okay. You have to have that down below everything at this point, because you got more than enough experience. If anything, to put education at the very top is making you sound younger than you are. Determine EUR. I need you to spell that out. For various plays for the economical cost evaluation, use decline analysis. Calculated the estimated ultimate recovery. Okay, so you got it here. I need you to put that up here and then calculated the EUR. So put these three words in place of this and you'll be fine. Generated product declines using ARPS method. Generated an automated Excel spreadsheet for a rapid procedure. Fine. That's meat with a little bit of fat. This is the little bit of the fat. Edit. Undo. This part right here is a little bit of the fat. That's great. You always want meat with a little bit of fat. That makes a delicious dish. Executed projects, project names, good. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll from here instead of saying all these big words out loud. Different operators provided for future development. Great. Provide technical recommendation regarding completion drilling costs. As appropriate, take out the words as appropriate. Active operators, proponents, pumps. Yeah, there's a lot in this, but by God, it's all just meat being shoved down my throat, which is exactly what I want to see. Mentor internships, new hires. Great. Plan, team process, and manage targets. Yes. Evaluate team, provide feedback to higher management. Fantastic. There's just so little wrong with this. Why? Wow. All right. As a recruiter, I'm already asking, why are you not getting a job? Thinking like, how is this person working for like some sort of major oil and gas company or whatever? All right. So this is one of the birdies playing around. That's funny. She's 1 year old, so she's all over the place. All right. Time to client meetings. So support clients in engineering related technically through in-person meetings, and then attend client meetings. I would just take this part out because that's very obviously right here. It's the same words. So just represent the engineering analyst team and address analyst concerns. That would be better. It's very, very, very little minor note. Provide sales training to sell the product. Yep. Completions analysis. All right. Wow. Completions analyst, analyze drilling, completion technology, and cardio. Oh my gosh. Undo. Frac database. The good. You spelled it out and then put the things there. Great. Okay. Yeah, but I. However, put that a little bit more up here. Although that is very. No, wait. This is different. Okay, never mind. Fourth year design project. At this point, you could probably take that completely out because you have more than enough experience. Work in a team to develop an optimal oil recovery mechanism. Yeah. Yeah, I like the fact that you put your college experience under here. At this point, you don't need it. You can take that out. Volunteer work. Oh my God, wonderful. Gift wrapper. That's back in 2010. Just go ahead and get rid of this one. It's very little. It doesn't add really much to your resume and kind of makes you seem younger and lesser a little bit. This one is absolutely fine. This one doesn't make any sense compared to this one. Just you may not even need to have your volunteer work on here whatsoever because you've got more than enough experience. Then and also you're on 4 pages. So I might recommend just taking that completely out, putting your education down here instead. Technical skills. All right, you obviously have them extremely all over the place. So this is probably more soft skills. You don't need, okay, you got computer software and then secondary bullet points. So that makes sense. Yep. This is all fine, especially since you're in the technicals field. I will let you leave the technical skills category. Usually I don't recommend a secondary skills category. These are not 2-word skills like most people are badly putting on their resume. Yes, go there. Good girl. So yeah, I'm going to let you, I recommend you leave it. Other courses, if you are way past college, just get rid of that unless you led them. If you led them, then I need to see the job that you were in doing those courses. Papers and publications, great. Professional memberships, sure, you can have that. Take out the words of references. They will ask when they need them. You don't have to have it put on your resume. It's just adding to your 4 pages. We can definitely get this down to 3 pages easily. 3 pages is a little long. However, for your type of resume, given that it's an engineer, absolutely fine for you to be 3 pages. Anybody that says differently, let me at them so I can punch them. I will punch them with some knowledge on this subject. 2 pages for everybody. However, if you are in a category of skills that requires like life and death stuff, like you are in engineer, doctor, scientist, lawyer, those 4 categories at least, anybody in those 4 categories or even related near those categories generally can have longer than 2-page resumes. CEOs actually also can have longer than 2-page because they need to prove their lineup of things that they've done previously to show the progression of their skills and what they can handle. Okay, so yeah, there is no reason, none whatsoever, that you are not getting a job except for this right here. I don't know where to put you. It's very clear from your resume what you've done. And it is very high up in the industry. And very technical based and very engineer. What job do you want? You get to specify that now. Keep this first sentence, of course. But this right here will get you a long way more if you change that to be something looking for a senior technical engineer job in the oil and gas industry. Or some like specific titles. You can even have two industries and 2 titles. Looking for an X or Y title in the X or Y industry. Absolutely fine. That gives the recruiters exactly what you want. What type of job, and they'll have something similar and they'll contact you about it because you've told them what level and what type of job you want. So I do believe that's what's going majorly wrong for you, and really nothing else other than this kind of confusing people about your age and experience. Yeah, the rest of it is very clear. So yeah, I hope that this little video helps you figure out what's going wrong. From there, it's all, it's still going to be a numbers game, but you have the skills and experience. Just make sure that you're applying for those high level jobs. At this point, I see the word senior being the next potential senior risk management engineer for another company. You can absolutely go for that level. Make sure you're going for the same or higher level than what your current job is. If you're wanting to go in that industry, I don't know why you want to change jobs, but if you're needing to go lower, then you have to have a cover letter explaining why. And that cover letter needs to be just very simple. I am looking for a job 2 steps below my current due to life situation forcing me to take a lower job. Something like some basic non-identifying, you don't have to put your medical history or whatever, something that says, yeah, I'm going for a lower job. That is intentional. I cannot work this high of a job anymore. I now need to look for a lower job. My skills over-relate. I am obviously overqualified. However, I need a lower position. Something in that general range will get you the job that you're looking for and stop recruiters from being scared off by your very high-level resume. Now, is there anything that I can do for you to make this your time in the job hunting world easier? Probably not. Your resume is pretty perfect. I don't know what your LinkedIn page looks like, but assuming it looks something like this, you're probably pretty good. You just need to be applying for the right types of positions or contacting the right types of recruiters. There are ways to contact recruiters outside of the job, but you need to be very clear and say, I am looking for a job in X. Do you have anything open? And if they don't have anything in that general range, they will say, sorry, no. And you'd be like, thank you very much. Have a good day. That right there, you could be doing a little bit of that. Without more information about you directly, I can't help further. However, I don't believe I have enough behind myself to know what you need further. I don't think you need much more. So I don't think I can actually help you professionally other than just giving those little words of advice. And if your resume looks really bad on your LinkedIn or something, then we can talk. All right, I will let you have this and parse this information and let me know what happens. I'll be curious to see if just changing this one sentence and the changing this part around does anything for you. All right, see you later.